God message for you today. Time doesn't exist. Clocks exist. Time is just an agreed-upon construct. We have taken distance, one rotation of the Earth and one orbit of the Sunni, divided it up into segments, then given those segments labels while it has its uses. We have been programmed to live our lives by this construct as if it were real. We have confused our shared construct with something that is tangible, and thus have become its slave lord. Heal our land, hear us. O Lord, I am, and turn our nation back to you. The universe is cooperative either way. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. By awakening the Native American teachings, you come to the realization that the earth is not something simply that you build upon and walk upon and drive upon and take for granted. It is a living entity. It has consciousness. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Imagine the best-case scenario for all situations. Your mind will start to attract solutions. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you'll always be in a better mood. The human brain is incapable of being grateful and angry at the same time. So always be grateful, and you'll have a better quality of life. Consume wisely. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between truth and fiction. This is why it is very important to filter the things that you expose yourself to. The shows you watch, the music you listen to, the people you look up to. All these things have an influence on your subconscious mind and the way it's programmed. Expose yourself to the things that resonates with your purpose and transcends your consciousness. Your purpose is not what you do to bring home a paycheck. Your purpose is what you were put on earth to do with such intensity and passion that it becomes a spiritual calling. You never want to infringe upon another's free will or interfere with their pre-planned life events, despite how badly you want to help them. When you want to send healing to another, it's actually in their best interest to send a neutral packet of energy to their higher self. Ask for this energy to be used in their and the collective's best and highest good in helping to manifest the most desired result in alignment with all. When you respond to someone, you are opening an energetic connection with them and also other energies that match that. Sometimes, allowing people to have their perspective of you or their reality, regardless of how distorted their perspective is, can be one of the best decisions to protect your inner peace. Ask yourself if the response is worth it, and remember that you can always create closure within you. Knowing when to say nothing is a form of self-mastery. The more you begin to realize that you are far more powerful than you have been permitted to believe. The secret to life is that you have all the power. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. You don't need any amount of money, education, or connections. You just need to be in control of your thoughts, your mind. Program your mind to believe in yourself. Know that you have what it takes to achieve greatness and watch greatness manifest in your life. The key to success is overcoming your limiting beliefs and aligning yourself with the energy you want in your life. We are gods with amnesia. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. B.H. Lipton. The first thing to remember is the dual nature of your mind. The subconscious mind is constantly amenable to the power of suggestion. Furthermore, the subconscious mind has complete control of the functions, conditions, and sensations of your body. Trust the subconscious mind to heal you. It made your body, and it knows all of its processes and functions. It knows much more than your conscious mind about healing and restoring you to perfect balance. Repetition is one of the most powerful ways to reprogram the subconscious mind. This is why they say practice makes perfect. This mindset can be applied to your healing journey in many different areas, such as building awareness around a certain pattern, learning new information, or anywhere you see fit. Don't let an immediate lack of perfection discourage you. Practice, learn, repeat, refine, and get better over time. Whatever you think of again and again affects your feelings and is impressed upon your subconscious mind. It then becomes a part of your personality. The mind is a fertile garden. Feed it wisely. Visualization is the key to manifestation. If you can see it in your mind, feel it as if it is already yours now. Then the law of attraction brings that into your reality, just as you saw it in your mind. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is the language of the soul. Pay attention to your imagination and you will discover all you need to be fulfilled. Decide what you want. Believe you can have it. Believe you deserve it, and believe it's possible for you. And then close your eyes and every day for several minutes and visualize having what you already want, feeling the feelings of already having it. Come out of that and focus on what you're grateful for already and really enjoy it. Then go into and trust that the universe will figure out how to manifest it. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. Higher consciousness is the consciousness of a God, the part of the human mind that is able to think outside this materialistic sense and think through a metaphysical perspective. Unfortunately, modern society, as well as evolutionary biology, has conditioned us to become a slave to our materialistic pleasures, but to ever unlock our godlike powers, we must surpass this notion of thinking that we are this material body and start thinking through a spiritual and metaphysical viewpoint. You must learn to love yourself completely. You have no idea how powerful the mind is until you learn to live for the transformation of your temple, the renewing of your mind and the expansion of your light, instead of the transition to your tomb, the decomposition of your body and the contraction back into darkness. Nature loves courage. You make the commitment and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you up. This is the trick. This is what all these teachers and philosophers who really mattered, who touched the alchemical gold, this is what they understood. This is the shamanic dance in the waterfall. This is how magic is done, by hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering it's a feather bed. Every minute of every day, your body is physically reacting, literally changing, in response to that run through your mind. Just thinking about something can cause your brain to release neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that allow it to communicate with parts of itself and your nervous system. Your thoughts alone can help improve your health. As a child, I received instruction both in the Bible and in the Talmud. I am a Jay, but I am enthralled by the luminous figure of the Nazarene. No one can read the Gospels without feeling the actual presence of Jesus. His personality pulsates in every word. No myth is filled with such life. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong in sanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Try not to become a man of success. Rather, become a man of value. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Life is trying things to see if they work. School failed me, and I failed the school. It bored me. The teachers behaved like sergeants. I wanted to learn what I wanted to know, but they wanted me to learn for the exam. What I hated most was the competitive system there, and especially sports. Because of this, I wasn't worth anything, and several times they suggested I leave. I felt that my thirst of knowledge was being strangled by my teachers. Grades were the only measurement. How can a teacher understand youth with such a system? From the age of 12, I began to suspect authority and distrust teachers. Albert Osteen. God is conscious, not a creator. God is a source of creation itself. It, not he or she, it is not independent of you. It is the totality of everything. So when I call myself God, I am not talking about my personal self. I am talking about the expression of the God self that rests inside of me. The verb, the energy, not the noun. Once you think God is a noun, person, place, or thing, you separate yourself from it and immediately become a limited being. That's what separates the believers. Forgiveness is a choice. We may not be able to choose to wipe away the hurt that someone has caused, but we can choose to cast off the bitterness, anger, and feelings of the need for revenge and justice. How? Understand karma. You cannot do harm to someone because someone has done harm to you. If you do, you will pay just like they will. A boomerang returns back to the person that throws it. You have to be careful when involving yourself with someone else's karma. Forgiveness in no way requires that you trust the one you forgive. Keep calm and let karma finish it. Do you remember that love you felt from that other person? It didn't come from them. They sparked the love that was already within you. This is an important distinction, because when someone leaves, they don't take that love with them. All of that love was within you all along. They were simply reminding you of it. And you can consciously spark that love without needing anyone or anything outside of you to do so. You can be in love at any moment. Try it. Take a deep breath in, and when you breathe out, close your eyes and feel yourself fall in love with this moment. Isn't that amazing? Be in love and welcome them to meet you there. Although I am a typical loner in my daily life, my awareness of belonging to the invisible community of those who strive for truth, beauty, and justice has prevented me from feelings of isolation. You have the power to sit in the present moment like the king, queen of the universe and watch the magical show being performed for you by everything and everyone, including the body-mind that you call yours. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come unto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. For many of us, there was a moment in childhood that had a life-altering effect on us. I imagine going back in time and offering that child wisdom and compassion with the knowledge you have today. It will begin a healing process at the soul level. In a parallel universe, there is another you wishing they made the choices that you have already made. It ran in your family until it ran into you. Universe says, you've been anointed to break the cycle. Generational curses stop with you. My head is crowned with love. I have truth on my right and peace on my left. My right foot is unbound, giving me freedom, and my left foot moves forward in justice. If only our eyes saw souls instead of bodies, how very different our ideals of beauty would be. The entire universe is God's cosmic motion picture, and that individuals are merely actors in the divine play who change roles through reincarnation. Mankind's deep suffering is rooted in identifying too closely with one's current role rather than with the movie's director or God. Synchronicity happens when you align with the flow of the universe rather than insisting the universe flow your way. The earth is alive and contains the knowledge you seek. It is your consciousness that determines what it reveals, how to access this knowledge, and where are the keys to open it and make it yours. The earth speaks. Love her, honor, and respect her, and she will reveal her secrets. When your heart is pure, the universe has a way of making sure everything works for your highest good. The zodiac calendar describes the cyclical nature of the universal evolution of consciousness. According to the current astrological age, different amounts of DNA strands are activated in relationship with the solar activity and the planet's electromagnetic field. You think of yourselves as humans searching for a spiritual awakening, when in fact you are spiritual beings attempting to cope with a human awakening. Seeing yourselves from the perspective of the spirit within will help you to remember why you came here and what you came here to do. When we vibrate at lower frequencies, we are fully under the grip of law of karma. As we vibrate at higher frequencies, the grip P loosens and freedom Ist is experienced. At certain higher frequency, it is possible to be completely free of karma. The present is defined by a confluence of gur thoughts guided and restricted by your bebefs. The future becomes the present when your beliefs change. Time measures how much effort you require to change your thoughts, and space shows exactly what you're now thinking about. And therein you see that the one universal, immovable, unifying equation that sums up all things physical and metaphysical is: thoughts become things, which is all you really need to know. The doorway to a higher level of awareness opens inward, and most of us spend our lives looking outside for the solutions to our problems. There is a universal, intelligent life force that exists within everyone and everything. It resides within each one of us as a deep wisdom, an inner knowing. We can access this wonderful source of knowledge through our intuition, an inner sense that tells us what feels right and true for us at any given moment. That is the goal. It goes by different names: God, Self, Kundalini, Shakti, consciousness, etc., sending the life force up the Sushumna and severing the Chittiyada Granthi. Kundalini is another name for Atma or Self or Shakti. We talk of it as being inside the body because we conceive ourselves as limited to the body. But it is in reality both inside and outside, being no other than the Self or Shakti. When by self-inquiry the mind is merged in the Self, its Shakti or Kundalini, rises automatically. Es el conocimiento trascendental del hombre y el universo, verificable de manera directa y personal mediante las facultades de cognición del ser y las capacidades elevadas de la conciencia. To live in a world without becoming aware of the meaning of the world is like wandering about in a great library without touching the books. Care for a little lucid romance? By yourself or together with your partner, plan to meet in a dream tonight. Set this intention right before falling asleep. Don't forget to become lucid. Enjoy your experience. Best telepathy practice is talking to your guides, angels. Relax and meditate. Call onto your angel. Use thoughts, visions, spoken words, feelings, memories of taste or scent to express yourself and give space to receive communication from them. As well, enjoy your spiritual conversation. Lucid dreaming. Over the next 3 nights, make an intention to meet with your spirit animal guide in a lucid dream. Once lucid, ask your spirit animal to take you on an astral journey. Enjoy your experience. Want to meet an extraterrestrial being? You can do so quite easily in the astral realm. For the next 3 nights just before sleep, set an intention to meet a benevolent being in a lucid dream. We can control our dreams. Sleep studies have shown that with practice, we can dream about specific things, solve problems, end recurring nightmares, or increase the chance of a lucid dream just by practicing the right techniques. Imagine you know when someone wants to see you or is just thinking about you. Imagine that information can be exchanged through dreams, and meditation can become your new cellular phone. It is important to remember that mass material technology today is just a sad attempt to copy the spiritual technology we all have within us as divine human beings of this universe. The purpose of light heapers is to embody light. No matter what external circumstances they find themselves in, they always maintain a high vibration frequency and a loving presence. In traumatic and chaotic times, their light shines even brighter to give hope and inspire the entire humanity. They help and support humanity to evolve. They could be spiritual teachers, motivational speakers, influencers, or any individual who has the power to motivate and uplift people. Have you had several dreams of a certain place or places which you never visited before? Was the dream so real as if you were living one T2? This, my dear, could easily be moments Suvia already lived in past lives. Allied souls frequently have flashes of their past live into their current ones only to remind them of their pose. Therefore, if you do have these flashes of F place out of tint, you shut right down this experiences as you row in your spiritual path, you can come back and what could these flashes really mean? Psychic exercise. Relax and meditate focusing on the image. Let it come alive in your mind. Pay attention to any sounds that come to your mind. What do you hear? The words we choose to use when we communicate with each other carry vibrations. The word war carries a whole different vibration than the word peace. The words we use are showing how we think and how we feel. The careful selection of words helps to elevate our consciousness and resonate in higher frequencies. Those of us who connect and walk with the ancients and are drawn to the days of old, we feel the stars and moon deep within our bones, a bond formed during our creation. So psychic exercise, lucid dreaming. Over the next 3 nights, make an intention to meet with a friend in a lucid dream. Once you meet with them, give them a message of your choice. Each night the same message. After the 3 nights in waking life, check if your message got through. The fearful seek to serve themselves by mastering the world, while the fearless seek to serve the world by mastering themselves. The key to past knowledge will unlock wisdom to future life. Those who seek the truth about their true nature are becoming more than human. They tread the road to godhood. Occult means hidden. Unconscious/subconscious/superconscious thoughts are hidden within our body-mind. True occult knowledge is to become aware of what we have hidden in our own body-mind. When the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. It takes some practice to see through the illusion. Pay attention to the patterns in your life. When something negative continues to repeat itself, it often means you have yet to learn the lesson. There will come time when you will lose everything, including your mind. Once you've lost your mind, you'll be left with nothing but your soul. This is when you'll know you're invincible. Finding yourself is not really how it works. You aren't a $10 bill in last winter's coat pocket. You're also not lost. Your true self is right there, buried under cultural conditioning, other people's opinions, and inaccurate conclusions you drew as a child and adult that became your beliefs about who you are. Finding yourself is actually returning to yourself, an unlearning, an excavation, a remembering who you were before the world got its hands on you. When you realize that other dimensions exist, you'll never think of life or death, yourself, or the universe in the same way again. When your energy vibrates at a frequency that is in direct alignment with what the universe has been attempting to deliver your entire life, you begin to live in the flow and true miracles start to happen. Those who know what to do with the knowledge will know how to get it. If you don't make efforts to acquire knowledge, then you wouldn't expect to have it. And if you don't put the knowledge you have to good use, you cannot expect to gain from it. The way of Matt is a very humble way. The way of Matt is very nurturing, caring, compassionate, kind, and gentle. The way of the mother does not harm. This is the way of our ancestors. This is the way of our mother. This is God. There is no life for the soul except in knowing, and no salvation but in doing the truth. Knowledge is of greatest importance. Through all our journeys and difficulties, it is necessary to know. It is by knowledge that we are lighted to find our way in the dark. Knowledge is our lamp of light. Share this video if you love God. Subscribe this channel for more blessings.